The 1980s marked a fascinating chapter in American automotive history, where unlikely partnerships gave birth to extraordinary machines. One such collaboration between legendary automotive designer Carroll Shelby and Dodge produced a remarkable pocket rocket, the Shelby Omni GLH-S. Our story begins in the early 1980s, when Chrysler Corporation faced a challenge. They needed to revitalize their performance image, and their solution was to partner with Carroll Shelby, a name synonymous with high-performance vehicles. The foundation for this partnership would be the humble Dodge Omni, a compact front-wheel drive hatchback introduced in 1978. Shelby saw something special in the Omni's lightweight design. In 1984, he transformed the ordinary Omni into the GLH, a name he personally chose, standing for Goes Like Hell. The initial GLH featured a high-output 2.2-liter engine, stiffer suspension, larger brakes, and wider tires. By 1985, they added a turbocharged option, creating the GLHT. But Shelby wasn't done yet. In 1986, his company, Shelby Automobiles, purchased 500 Dodge Omni GLHT units and shipped them to their facility in Whittier, California. These cars would become the legendary Shelby Omni GLH-S, the S standing for S'more, making the full name Goes Like Hell S'more. Under the hood, the GLHS received substantial modifications. The 2.2-liter turbocharged inline-4 engine was fitted with a larger Garrett turbocharger and an air-to-air intercooler. The team installed a revised intake manifold for better airflow and a new exhaust manifold to improve exhaust flow. These modifications resulted in impressive numbers: 175 horsepower at 5,300 revolutions per minute and 175 pound-feet of torque at 2,200 revolutions per minute. The performance figures were remarkable for its time. The GLHS could sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 6.5 seconds and complete the quarter mile in approximately 14.8 seconds. Its top speed reached around 135 miles per hour. Impressive figures for a modified economy car of the 1980s. To handle this newfound power, Shelby's team equipped the GLHS with a heavy-duty 5-speed manual transmission featuring a short-throw shifter. An upgraded clutch was installed to manage the increased torque, while the front-wheel drive layout provided good traction during acceleration. The suspension received equal attention. The GLHS featured adjustable Coney struts and shock absorbers, allowing drivers to fine-tune their ride. Stiffer springs reduced body roll during cornering, while the car retained the standard 1-inch front and 5 8-inch rear anti-roll bars from the GLH model. The wheels were another distinctive feature. The GLHS rode on 15-inch Centurion cast aluminum wheels, a Shelby design, wrapped in two 05/50 VR15 Goodyear Gatorback tires. This combination provided the agile handling characteristics that made the GLHS a joy to drive on twisting roads. Visually, the GLHS made a statement. Available exclusively in black, it featured distinctive silver pinstripes and GLHS decals on the lower body sides. A Shelby decal adorned the windshield, while a large GLHS decal marked the driver's side C-pillar. The fuel filler door was uniquely positioned on the passenger side C-pillar. Inside, the GLHS offered a blend of comfort and functionality. Standard features included air conditioning, a lift-out glass sunroof, and an AM/FM/cassette stereo system. The leather-wrapped steering wheel and shifter added a sporty touch, while adjustable bucket seats provided necessary support during spirited driving. The instrument cluster included a tachometer and additional gauges for turbo boost and oil pressure. When the GLHS hit the market in 1986, it carried a sticker price of approximately $11,000, equivalent to about $30,000 in today's money. This pricing made it an accessible option for performance enthusiasts who couldn't afford traditional sports cars. The automotive press praised the GLHS for its performance capabilities. Car and Driver magazine highlighted its impressive acceleration times, which rivaled many sports cars of the era. The car's well-rounded package of power, handling, and practicality earned it favorable comparisons to European hot hatchbacks like the Volkswagen GTI. However, the car wasn't without its critics. Some pointed out the basic interior design inherited from the standard Omni, and others noted the presence of torque steer under hard acceleration, a common trait in powerful front-wheel drive cars. The GLHS's influence extended beyond its limited production run. It became a popular choice for amateur racers and autocross enthusiasts who appreciated its compact size, lightweight construction, and potent engine. Many owners modified their cars further, adding custom exhausts, larger turbos, or aftermarket suspension components for enhanced track performance. Today, the Shelby Omni GLH-S holds a special place in automotive history. With only 500 units ever produced, each carrying a unique numbered dash plaque, these cars have become sought-after collectibles. Finding one in good condition can be challenging, and restoration can be complex due to the rarity of certain GLHS-specific parts. In the automotive world, some cars become legends not just for their speed, but for how they challenge our expectations. The story of the Buick GNX is exactly that, a tale of how a conservative American luxury brand created one of the most formidable performance machines of the 1980s. The journey begins in the early 1980s, when Buick was known primarily for building comfortable, reliable cars that appealed to a more mature audience. But beneath this calm exterior, Buick's engineers harbored ambitious plans. They wanted to shake off their conservative image and prove they could build something truly extraordinary. This led to the birth of the Grand National in 1982, though initially it was little more than an appearance package with only 215 units produced. The real transformation came in 1984 when Buick reintroduced the Grand National with a turbocharged 3.8-liter V6 engine. This wasn't just another luxury car, it was a statement of intent. But the best was yet to come. As the sunset of the rear-wheel drive Regal platform approached in 1987, Buick's chief engineer Dave Sharp envisioned something even more powerful, a Super Grand National. To bring this dream to life, Buick partnered with two prestigious names in the automotive world, McLaren Performance Technologies and American Specialty Cars, ASC. The result of this collaboration was the GNX, Grand National Experimental. Each of these special machines started life as a fully loaded Grand National before being transformed at ASC McLaren's facility. The heart of the GNX was its modified turbocharged 3.8-liter V6 engine, featuring a special Garrett T3 turbocharger with a ceramic impeller. This wasn't just any ordinary turbo, it was designed to spool up faster, reducing the dreaded turbo lag that plagued many forced induction cars of the era. The engineering team didn't stop there. They installed a larger intercooler to cool the compressed air, and even coated the connecting pipe between the intercooler and engine with Thermatil, a ceramic aluminum material that helped manage heat more effectively. While Buick officially rated the engine at 276 horsepower at 4,400 revolutions per minute and 360 pound-feet of torque at 3,000 revolutions per minute, independent testing told a different story. The real numbers were closer to 300 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque, making it one of the most powerful American cars of its time. The performance figures were staggering. The GNX could sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.6 seconds and complete the quarter mile in 12.7 seconds at 113.1 miles per hour. These weren't just impressive numbers for a Buick, they were impressive numbers for any car of the era, putting the GNX in the same league as exotic European sports cars from Ferrari and Porsche. To handle all this power, the GNX received a specially modified turbo hydromatic 204R 4-speed automatic transmission with a custom torque converter. The suspension system was equally special, featuring a unique torque arm mounted to a GNX-specific rear differential cover. This clever engineering caused the body to lift and the rear tires to press down during acceleration, improving traction when it was needed most. A panhard bar was also added to keep the rear axle firmly in place during aggressive cornering. Visually, the GNX made a bold statement. Available only in black, it wore its performance credentials proudly with functional fender vents and distinctive 16-inch black mesh wheels. These wheels were wrapped in VR-rated tires, 245 50ths at the front and 255 50ths at the rear, providing the grip needed to handle the car's impressive power. Inside, drivers were greeted by Stewart Warner analog gauges, including a turbo boost gauge that helped monitor the engine's performance. Each car featured a numbered plaque on the dashboard, reminding its owner that they were driving one of only 547 GNXs ever produced. The interior was finished in a special gray and black Palex cloth, a material shared with its Grand National sibling. The Buick GNX wasn't just a car, it was a statement about American engineering prowess. In creating this limited production Super Buick, the company proved that high performance wasn't just the domain of European exotic cars or purpose-built sports cars. They showed that with the right combination of engineering expertise, determination, and innovation, even a luxury brand could create something truly extraordinary. Today, the GNX stands as one of the most significant American performance cars ever built. Its combination of impressive power, distinctive styling, and limited availability has made it a highly sought-after collector's item. But more than that, it represents a moment in automotive history when Buick decided to color outside the lines and created something truly remarkable in the process. In 1980, as American automakers struggled with strict new emissions rules, Pontiac made a bold move that would change muscle car history. The launch of the Turbo Trans Am marked a pivotal moment when engineering innovation met environmental challenges head-on. The story begins in the late 1970s when the U.S. automotive industry faced its greatest challenge yet. New government regulations demanded cleaner emissions and better fuel economy. For Pontiac, a brand built on powerful V8 engines and tire smoking performance, these rules threatened everything they stood for. But rather than give up, Pontiac's engineers saw an opportunity to revolutionize their flagship Firebird Trans Am. The heart of this revolution was the 301 cubic inch V8 engine, measuring 4.9 liters in displacement. While smaller than previous Trans Am engines, this V8 had a secret weapon, a Garrett TB305 turbocharger. This innovative system pushed 9 pounds per square inch of extra air into the engine, breathing new life into the smaller power plant. The result was 210 horsepower at 4,000 revolutions per minute and an impressive 345 pound-feet of torque at just 2,000 revolutions per minute. Making this turbocharged engine reliable wasn't easy. Pontiac's engineering team had to completely redesign the engine block with thicker cylinder walls to handle the increased pressure. They installed forged pistons that could withstand the heat and stress of forced induction. A high-pressure oil pump, pushing 10 pounds per square inch of pressure, kept everything properly lubricated under extreme conditions. One of the most innovative features was the electronic spark controller, or ESC. This sophisticated system used knock sensors to detect engine detonation, a common problem with turbocharged engines that could cause severe damage. When knock was detected, the ESC would automatically adjust spark timing to protect the engine while maintaining maximum possible performance. The Turbo Trans Am's performance numbers were impressive for the era. It could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in approximately 8 seconds, and complete the quarter mile in around 16.1 seconds. Top speed was estimated at 116 miles per hour, respectable figures considering the emissions equipment required at the time. Power reached the rear wheels through a TH353 speed automatic transmission. A 3.08 to 1 rear axle ratio provided a good balance between acceleration and highway cruising ability. The standard posi-traction limited slip differential helped put the power to the ground effectively. Visually, the Turbo Trans Am stood out from its siblings. An offset hood bulge made room for the turbocharger system, proudly wearing Turbo 4.9 inches decals. A unique hood-mounted boost gauge showed drivers when they were in normal, medium, or high boost conditions. The car came equipped with P205/70 R15 SBR tires mounted on distinctive wheels. Handling was enhanced by the WS6 performance package, which included larger sway bars, stiffer springs, and specially tuned shock absorbers. Four-wheel disc brakes provided stopping power to match the turbo engine's output. The Turbo Trans Am's moment in the spotlight came when it was chosen as the pace car for the 1980 Indianapolis 500. Pontiac celebrated by producing approximately 5,700 pace car replica models, featuring special paint schemes, unique decals, and mirrored T-tops. The car's popularity got another boost when it appeared in the movie Smokey and the Bandit 2. In total, Pontiac produced around 50,896 Trans Ams in 1980, though only a portion of these were equipped with the turbocharged engine. Despite its innovative design and impressive performance, the Turbo Trans Am's production run lasted just 2 years, ending in 1981. The 1980 Pontiac Turbo Trans Am represented more than just another muscle car. It showed how American engineering could adapt and innovate in the face of challenging regulations. While it may not have achieved the legendary status of earlier Trans Ams, it proved that performance and environmental responsibility could coexist. Today, the 1980 Pontiac Turbo Trans Am stands as a unique chapter in automotive history, a bridge between the raw muscle cars of the 1960s and the more sophisticated performance vehicles that would follow. In the challenging landscape of 1980s, American automotive industry, a unique partnership between automotive legend Carroll Shelby and Chrysler Corporation gave birth to one of the most innovative cars of its time, the 1989 Shelby CSX-VNT. This remarkable vehicle wasn't just another performance car. It represented a breakthrough in automotive engineering that would influence turbocharger technology for decades to come. The story begins in the early 1980s when Chrysler was struggling to stay afloat. Lee Iacocca, who had taken the helm as Chrysler's CEO, knew he needed something special to revitalize the company's image. He turned to his old friend and collaborator Carroll Shelby, the same man who had helped create the legendary Shelby Mustang during their time at Ford Motor Company. Shelby's expertise in transforming ordinary cars into high-performance machines was exactly what Chrysler needed. The partnership led to the creation of several high-performance models known as Shelby Dodges. Among these, the Shelby CSX series, which stood for Carroll Shelby Experimental, represented a bold step forward. Based on the humble Dodge Shadow, the CSX series showed how a practical compact car could be transformed into something extraordinary. The first iteration of the CSX appeared in 1987, featuring a C intercooled Turbo 2 2.2-liter engine that produced 175 horsepower and 175 pound-feet of torque. A year later, Chrysler introduced a special variant called the CSX-T, built exclusively for thrifty rental car company. But it was the 1989 CSX-VNT that would truly make history. What made the 1989 CSX-VNT special was its groundbreaking variable nozzle turbocharger, developed through a collaboration between Chrysler and Garrett. This wasn't just another turbocharger. It was a complete reimagining of how turbochargers could work. Instead of using a traditional wastegate to control boost pressure, the VNT system employed computer-controlled movable vanes inside the turbo housing. These vanes could adjust their position to optimize exhaust gas flow at different engine speeds, effectively eliminating the dreaded turbo lag that plagued many turbocharged cars of the era. Under the hood, the CSX-VNT packed Chrysler's intercooled turbo 4 2.2-liter four-cylinder engine. Thanks to the innovative VNT system, this engine delivered 175 horsepower at 5,300 revolutions per minute and an impressive 205 pound-feet of torque at just 2,100 revolutions per minute. Power was transmitted through a GetRag A 555 5-speed manual transmission, enabling the car to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 7.1 seconds and reach a top speed of around 130 miles per hour. The exterior of the CSX-VNT was just as special as its mechanical components. Each of the 500 units produced wore an exclusive color called exotic red, a unique shade that combined bright red with maroon undertones. Gold accents and trim provided a striking contrast, while a comprehensive ground effects package including a deep front air dam, side skirts, and rear spoiler gave the car an aggressive stance. One of the most innovative features of the CSX-VNT was its wheels. Called Fiberride, these wheels were designed by Shelby and manufactured by Motor Wheel Corporation using a composite plastic material reinforced with fiberglass. This made them significantly lighter than conventional aluminum wheels, contributing to better handling and ride quality. The wheels wore a distinctive gold finish that complemented the car's exotic red paint. Inside, the CSX-VNT offered a driver-focused environment with unique Shelby-specific cloth upholstery. Some lucky buyers opted for the available Recaro bucket seats, which provided superior support during spirited driving. A special Shelby Turbo Boost gauge helped drivers monitor the innovative turbocharger's performance, while a leather-wrapped steering wheel added a touch of sportiness. Production of the CSX-VNT was highly limited, with only 500 units built, including 2 prototypes. Of these, just 15 cars came equipped with both the optional wider 225/50 VR15. Goodyear Gatorback tires and Recaro seats, while 2 units had the wider tires but standard seats. This limited production run has made the CSX-VNT a highly sought-after collector's car today. The CSX-VNT represented more than just another performance car. It was the last front-wheel drive vehicle designed by Carroll Shelby under the Shelby Automobiles badge and in partnership with Chrysler. The car's innovative VNT technology paved the way for modern variable geometry turbochargers, now commonly used in both performance and diesel engines worldwide. When it was released, the CSX-VNT carried a price tag of $15,995, which was considerable for a compact car in 1989. However, the price reflected its advanced technology and exclusive nature. The automotive press praised its strong performance and innovative turbocharger, though some noted that the interior quality remained similar to the standard Dodge Shadow. Today, the 1989 Shelby CSX-VNT stands as a testament to American automotive innovation. While finding replacement parts can be challenging, especially for unique components like the fiber ride wheels and VNT turbocharger, dedicated enthusiasts and owners continue to preserve these remarkable vehicles. The growl of a 5.7-liter V8 shatters the dawn silence at Ohio's Transportation Research Center. Behind the wheel, John Lingenfelter grips the steering wheel of what looks like a modified Corvette, but this is no ordinary sports car. This is the Callaway Sledgehammer, and on October 26, 1988, it's about to make history that no one ever thought of. In 1977, a former race car driver and driving instructor named Reeves Callaway established Callaway Cars. The company initially focused on developing turbocharger systems for European vehicles, particularly BMWs and Audis. Callaway's expertise in forced induction technology quickly caught the attention of both car enthusiasts and major manufacturers, setting the stage for a groundbreaking partnership. By 1986, Chevrolet had taken notice of Callaway's impressive work in performance enhancement. The American automotive giant approached Callaway with an ambitious proposal: develop a high-performance version of the Corvette that could stand toe-to-toe with European sports cars. This partnership would prove revolutionary, as it marked the first time Chevrolet had ever allowed an outside company to create a performance package available directly from the factory. The resulting creation was designated as Regular Production Option B2K, better known as the Callaway Twin Turbo Corvette. The transformation of the standard Corvette into the Callaway Twin Turbo was nothing short of remarkable. The 1987 model featured a twin turbocharged 5.7-liter V8 engine that produced an impressive 345 horsepower and 465 lb-ft of torque, a substantial increase from the standard Corvette's 240 horsepower. This power boost enabled the car to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just over 4 seconds and achieve a top speed of approximately 178 miles per hour. The exterior of some models featured the distinctive Callaway aerobody, designed by Paul Deutschmann, which not only improved the car's aerodynamics but also gave it a unique and aggressive appearance. Buyers could choose between a 4-speed automatic transmission or a 4+3 manual transmission, allowing them to tailor their driving experience to their preferences. The improvements weren't limited to power and aesthetics. The Callaway Twin-Turbo Corvette received a comprehensive upgrade to its suspension system, featuring Delco-Bilstein shock absorbers and a performance handling package that significantly enhanced the car's agility and ride quality. To ensure the car could handle its increased performance capabilities, it was equipped with a heavy-duty braking system. The interior wasn't overlooked either, featuring leather sport seats, power accessories, and an advanced audio system that provided both comfort and convenience. Between 1987 and 1991, Callaway produced a total of 497 twin-turbo Corvettes. The production numbers were distributed across the years, with 184 units in 1987, 125 units in 1988, 68 units in 1989, 58 units in 1990, and 62 units in 1991. These limited numbers would later contribute to the car's exclusivity and desirability among collectors. Perhaps the most legendary achievement of Callaway cars came in 1988 with the development of the Sledgehammer Corvette. Based on a standard 1988 Corvette, this specially modified version would go on to set a remarkable top speed record of 254.76 miles per hour, making it the fastest street-legal car of its time. The Sledgehammer's heavily modified 5.7-liter V8 engine featured forged internal components and a pair of turbochargers, producing an astounding 898 horsepower and 772 pound-feet of torque. The Sledgehammer was equipped with the Callaway aerobody, specifically designed to reduce drag and improve stability at high speeds. A custom 6-speed manual transmission was installed to handle the enormous power output, while the suspension system was upgraded to maintain stability at extreme speeds. The car rode on specially designed Goodyear tires, capable of withstanding the incredible forces generated at such high velocities. On October 26, 1988, at the Transportation Research Center in Ohio, driver John Lingenfelter piloted the Sledgehammer to its record-breaking speed. The needle climbs past 200 miles per hour, then 230, then 250. When the dust settles, this American-built monster hits 254.76 miles per hour, faster than any street-legal car on the planet, cementing its place in automotive history. This achievement not only showcased the potential of American engineering, but also solidified Callaway's reputation in the automotive industry. The Callaway twin-turbo Corvette represents more than just a high-performance variant of an American sports car. It symbolizes a pivotal moment in automotive history when the collaboration between a major manufacturer and an independent tuner proved that American sports cars could compete with and even surpass their European counterparts. The success of this partnership influenced the development of future high-performance vehicles and special editions, leaving an indelible mark on the automotive industry.